I really hope the other 29 teams really enjoyed their first month and a half where the Astros didn't lord over them. Yeah, but it makes it even funnier now that the Astros are back, though. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 45 of the regular season, where the Astros win 3-2 over the Oakland Athletics and guarantee a series win of the Athletics in this little three-game set in Minute Maid. Does anyone remember back to like the 5th or 6th game of the season where I said the Astros are probably going to start 7-10 and then go on like a 10-game winning streak because that's just what they do? Well, they started 8-9 and now in mid-May have won 9 of 10, which is the best in Major League Baseball over that 10-game stretch. This team is genuinely funny to watch. I don't know where I can do it, but I would like to parlay bet that the Astros over the next 5 seasons will start below 500 through 30 games and still win the division in all 5 seasons. I don't know where I can do that, but I would like to make a lot of money. And also a parlay that Altuve swings at the first pitch of every single game for the rest of his career, because look what happened today. He did it again. In his first at-bat, he would get a double. Altuve looked a lot better today. He had a base hit. He was just barely ahead of a home run that ended up going just a wee bit foul, but he also drew a walk. He would strike out twice. Both of them were called, so it wasn't that he was just whiffing at nothing, and they were both really, really close calls. They could have gone either way, and on the home run that he just narrowly missed out on, I'll say this for Altuve very quickly, it wasn't that he was late. It was that he got ahead of it. So his timing isn't off, and he's just asleep at the plate. He's just not quite there yet. This is a normal early season struggle that players go through. Usually we're just used to seeing that in game 1 through 5 and not game 44 through 49, but it's perfectly fine. He had a bunt attempt today, so it's clear that he has no doubt in himself or his legs or anything. He is perfectly fine. I saw some people already starting to react to yesterday's game, which I thought was, it was 4 at-bats way, way too soon. Altuve is going to be just fine, everybody, and he showed that off today in the first inning as well. Yordan Alvarez would have a sac fly to make it 1-0 Houston, and then Kyle Tucker with an RBI single to make it a 2-0 Houston lead after the first inning. And then the offense would not do anything until the 8th. If you watched any of my videos last year, or at least any of the annoying losses from last season, you'll remember me talking a lot about this team looking entitled, but sort of having a right to look entitled, because all this core has known outside of Altuve, all they've known is winning at this level. That's all it is. Bregman, Yordan, and now you can even throw Abreu into there. But last year it was Gurriel, Tucker, Pena, McCormick, anyone in this lineup. All they know in Houston is winning seasons. And not just winning seasons, division winning, pennant winning, and now most of them, all of them, sometimes in a few cases, multiple World Series wins. That's all they know. And so last year I said, hey, they might look entitled, but they kind of have a right to. To this point of this season, the main complaint with the offense is that they just look checked out and they don't want to be there. Now, they're back to that entitled look, which might not look great, but I will say, the caveat, now they're winning those close games. Now they're winning those games that just make you kind of panic a little bit because, hey, offense, why aren't you absolutely decimating the Athletics pitching staff? But they won, so it's fine. And now we're going to go to pitching, and we'll eventually circle back to the offense, or at least one man on the offense. Hunter Brown, I thought, looked really good today. 6 innings of work, gave up a pair of runs, didn't walk a soul, had 9 strikeouts, looked dominant in that first inning. That was maybe the best single inning of Hunter Brown's career. By God, was he dominant and just overpowering in the first inning of this game. Struck out the side, coming in with high 90s, hitting 99 a few times. Hunter Brown, man, looked unreal. 15 swings and misses today. I thought he looked fantastic. This is the guy that I think a lot of people expected you were going to get in the start of the season. Hunter Brown has been very, very good and looks like he's going to be in the running for that American League Rookie of the Year that everyone kind of thought he was going to be in, because the Astros can't go a single year without having a Rookie of the Year or a Rookie of the Year candidate just, casually throwing in to help a team that's already won now multiple World Series titles in the past 6 years. Then the bullpen enters the game in the 7th. Ryan Stenick was there. Technically nothing bad happened. The 2 hard hit balls don't look great. The walk doesn't look great, but he didn't give up any runs or hits, so it was a perfectly cromulent outing for him. Hector Neris comes in, picks up a strikeout in his inning of work with no hard contact. Nice inning of work for Hector Neris. Does not get enough praise when you're talking about recent pickups for the Astros. I know they've tried to make some splashes in the past few years. A guy like Jose Abreu, the re-signing of Justin Verlander, even though that wasn't a free agency splash, it was just a retained splash. But man, Hector Neris does not get near the credit that he deserves. He has been rock solid since coming to Houston, and especially in the postseason. And so far this year, rocking a sub 1.5 ERA. It's fantastic season so far for Hector Neris. And then in the 9th inning, after something happened for the Astros offense, Ryan Presley comes in, picks up a strikeout, no problem there, no hard contact, no walks, no runs, and closes out the game for Houston. But we now have to backtrack back to the 8th inning. And man, I kind of feel bad for Oakland because they just cannot catch a break. 8th inning, it's a close game. And if you're Oakland, you're like, man, we actually have a shot to beat Houston. And you bring out one of your best pitchers, maybe the best pitcher in their bullpen, one of the few pitchers on that entire team that has an ERA that's under 4. And that's not even a joke. That is a real statistic. Everyone on that team has an ERA that looks like a kid had a calculator and started playing with numbers. But they bring in Richard Lovelady, who has been really, really good this season. And unhittable to lefties. 0 for 14, lefties enter when facing him. Yordan Alvarez steps up to the plate, and I don't even have to finish the sentence. If I just told you, the A's brought in their best pitcher, lefties have not gotten a hit off of him this season, and he's facing Yordan in a tie game. You just know, it's like, yeah, Oakland can't have anything nice, can't have shit in Oakland, and of course, because that's just what happens, he just tanks one, just boom, knocks one out, gives the Astros the lead, and I genuinely kind of feel bad because that sucks, but it's just so funny. So on the one hand, you'd obviously like to score more than 3 runs against Oakland and win more than 1 run against a team like Oakland, but on the other hand, they still won, so I'm not going to be too critical of it, and now their streak is at 6 games in a row for the Astros because they're just so very back. It's kind of funny at this point. And now they look for a series sweep tomorrow afternoon at 2:10 Eastern, 1:10 Central. So the Astros will send Drip King Framber Valdez to the mound, and the A's send James Kaprielian, who enters play. He has pitched 7 games. He has started 7 games this season and enters play with a 10.17 ERA. God help Oakland fans. Truly, that's insane. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.